Hi guys, it's Maggie.
And Emma.
And welcome back to another episode of Love You Bye. This is part 2 for the Cape engagement episode. We did part 1 last week. If you haven't listened to it yet, go back and listen to part 1. That's where we talk about Emma's engagement and just the whole entire story leading up to the engagement, just like all the behind the scenes. We talk about everything in that episode. But this episode, the continuation of the vacation week, we are going to just talk about our week on the Cape, post-engagement, and kind of get into everything that we did and give you guys like a little recap of the trip. So the last thing we talked about was obviously the engagement. We talked about the whole day, the day ended, and then the next day we wake up, it's July 3rd, and that is my boyfriend Mac's birthday. So I think on Mac's birthday, he had to spend the whole entire morning with the girls. So Payton and Brooks and Chase and all them, like when they play basketball every morning with their trainer. So they leave and they go play with Peyton's trainer, and he usually has like all his friends come so they could like guard him and help with the training, right?
Yeah. Like he leaves literally at 9 and gets home at like 1 every morning.
So they leave and it's just me, Emma, Lexi, Jess, and Mac. And so we had him drive us around, and we went to Rory's and we went to Lighthouse. Every single morning we got coffee at Lighthouse Keeper's Pantry. That's like the best place to get coffee on the Cape. Emma, you have been going there since they opened up last year.
Yeah, I've been going there forever, like literally since they opened, because it used to be this other place like while I was in high school, and I went there once and like it wasn't that good. And then the second that Lighthouse opened, Ella and I were like, like new branding. So we go in one day and it was literally like the day they opened. And now it's our staple go-to.
It's so good.
But it's always so busy now because everyone goes.
I know. And it didn't help that it was like the 4th of July week because it was so crazy. But they have like the best coffee. I love their cold brew with almond milk.
Yeah, me too. I love their cold brew with almond milk and cinnamon.
I used to think it was called Khalifa Farms, but it's not. It's called Calfia.
Oh. Well, they use that one. They use the barista almond milk.
It's so good. And I'm really excited because I am doing a like campaign with them on Instagram.
What?
Yeah, and I'm so excited because that's literally not Lighthouse. The almond milk brand.
I'm talking about the almond milk. Yeah.
Yes, it's so good. So I'm gonna like.
Okay, Miss Almond Milk.
I know, I'm really excited about it because I love their almond milk, and it's like makes the cold brew taste so good at Lighthouse. So I'm excited. But we did Lighthouse, and then
we literally went to Lighthouse every day.
Mac's birthday was the day that we went to the beach.
Was it? Oh, yeah, it was, because it was the day after I got engaged. So we went over to the beach. Wait, listen to this. Let me tell this part of the story.
Emma.
We go over to the beach. What?
The beach, when you said, this is Emma before we go to the beach. She's like, okay, what should we do today when the boys get back from the workout? They get home, Peyton's like, Emma said that we should go to the beach. And we're going to go to this.
Someone wanted to go to the beach, so I was like, why don't we go to the beach that we take the boat over to?
Yes, but Payton said Emma's friend has a huge boat that's going to bring all of us.
Yeah, we call it the yacht. No, you don't understand. Let me tell this part of the story. Listen. So we go over to the beach that my friends go to every weekend in the summer, and it's this private beach. I'm not saying the name. I'm not giving away the location. I'm not giving away anything because I am not letting anybody go there except for my friends. It's so sacred. So anyway,
we're gatekeeping the beach.
We're gatekeeping the beach, and I do not care. But the beach is at the end of two of my friends' roads. Like 2 of my friends live on this road, and the beach is at the end. So what you do is you go down to the parking lot. It's just like a little random parking lot, basically, and you park. And then there's like a little entrance of water that you can like hop on a boat. You have to like walk through the water first, and then you like hop on the boat, right? And my friend Brandon, we call him Banjo, he has a boat, and we normally take Banjo's boat over to the beach, and it fits a ton of us all, like whenever we go over. Like he used to have a center console one that would bring us over, but I think that one broke, so he has this other one that has like three planks of wood in the middle that you sit on. So it fits a good amount of people, right? We call it the yacht. It's not a yacht. It's just a normal like fishing boat basically that you take like out on like a lake. We call it the yacht though. So I'm like, oh, it's a big boat. To me, like that's the big boat compared to like we have had smaller ones. Like Ella's little brother Jake shuttled some people over in their like they have one of those like
It's a blow up dinghy.
dinghy. Yeah, like a blow up, like not blow up. It's not.
No, but it's like one of those ones that like they're
It's like
like
squishy.
rubber. Yeah, they're squishy.
Yeah, yeah. So Jake, Ella's little brother, brings us over on the dinghy, and we show up to the place where you hop on the boats. And at this time, Banjo was already shuttling people over, so it was just Jake that showed up, and everyone's like, "Emma, like this is the huge boat that you're talking about," and I was like, "Oh my God."
I'm not kidding you when I tell you that we probably had 30 people that we needed to shuttle. Because we had our group, which was like 15, and then we had Mac's friends who came, which was like legit 15 of them.
Yeah, and then we ended up getting everyone over to the beach, and I bought this thing for Peyton for like coming down to the Cape called U-Ball, and it's like a basketball. It's two basketball hoops that you can put in the sand. It was already set up by the time we got over to the beach, and like the boys are so happy to like just play basketball the whole time. But for some reason, like the couple days from July 1st till about July maybe 5th, it was raining and cloudy on the Cape. Except like some days would be sunny and partly cloudy, but this day just happened to be like kind of cloudy, like not so sunny at all. So it wasn't really that nice of weather at this beach, but normally it's like very, very, very nice. But yeah.
So that was so funny. And then the tide went down so low that the boats like couldn't come pick us back up. So all of us had to take like all of our bags and everything and walk across like the water back to like where the parking lot is. So we did that, and then we go back to the house and we had like a huge cookout. You guys went and picked up a ton of food.
Yeah, we got a ton of food and cake for Mac.
Yeah, we had a cake for Mac. We sang happy birthday to him. We had stuff to make s'mores. We had burgers, sausages, just like grill food, and we grilled out, and it was so much fun, and it was such a good night.
It was so fun.
Hey guys, just taking a quick break from our show to hear from our sponsors at EOS.
Summer is officially here, and we're so excited for sunny beach days on the Cape and hot afternoons by the pool.
Not sure what's in your beach bag, but for me, I'm definitely grabbing my pack of EOS Flavor Lab Sunset Sips Lip Butters.
Each stick is packed with 24-hour moisture benefit, and they leave my lips feeling incredibly smooth, hydrated every hour of the day.
And did we mention the flavors? They come in seriously sippable flavors like pink lemonade, island coconut, and wild cherry slushy.
Honestly, just saying these flavors out loud is making my mouth water.
I personally love the pink lemonade, but the island coconut is so exotic and refreshing. Every time I pull it out, I feel like I am immediately transported to a tropical island.
Plus, they're enriched with 3 natural hydrating butters: cocoa, shea, and avocado.
Grab your fave flavor combos at Walmart, Target, Ulta, Amazon, or online at evolutionofsmooth.com. Now on to the show. Then the next day was 4th of July, and we had our grandmother's 4th of July party, which we have every single year. And we go to her house, and same thing, it's like a big cookout, and we have like all of our family there. And we get to see our cousins and our Grammy and just everybody, and it's so much fun. And they also had another cake for Mac again.
And they had a cake for Peyton and I.
Yeah, and then they had a cake for you and Peyton. But we had so many times like over the trip where like he was getting sang to. Happy birthday.
I know.
And he like does not like the attention. He would be like, oh my God, did you tell them to do this? And I was like, no.
Yeah.
But it was so much fun. And then we went back home, and
Auntie Lee made Peyton a nice cake, and it was the best cake I have ever. Her and I are so similar. Like we love baking and stuff, but she made Peyton and I this like vanilla cake.
with the raspberry
Yeah, vanilla cake with raspberry like compote or whatever.
In the
like
middle.
Jam, I don't know, something in the middle. And like the frosting was like a yummy like vanilla frosting. And then she made one also for our cousin Eric who's moving. And she made a chocolate cake, like an all chocolate cake for him. Like
It reminded me of like a lava cake.
oh, I love chocolate cake. Chocolate cake is my favorite with chocolate frosting, and I ate that one and it was so fire.
It was so good. And then Mac's cake, our mom brought it for him, and it was like a giant whoopie pie.
Yeah.
And it was so good. But what do we do
We
after?
got home and we were so tired when we got home, but we ordered pizza from Spinners.
Oh yeah, you and I went and picked up Spinners. And we got
Yeah.
like Oh my God, we got the barbecue chicken pizza. If you're ever in Dennis on the Cape and you want to order pizza, order from Spinners because they have the best barbecue chicken pizza and Hawaiian pizza. I know
Yeah.
Hawaiian pizza's like, not everybody loves it because of like the pineapple and the ham. People are like, get all weird about pineapple on pizza. This will be the best pizza you ever have.
It's so good. It's Spinners is located in Ring Brothers Market in the back, but we've been going. They have the best pizza on the Cape. Like seriously, out of every place on the Cape. Like I know Ember's also one of my favorite places, but they have like a flat pizza. Crisp is a flat pizza, and then like Pizza by Evan is just like a normal like kind of weird crust pizza, but Spinner's Pizza has like the big bubbly doughy crust pizza, not like deep dish, but like bubbly and doughy and like crispy and good. Not crispy, but just like really really yummy and really good Greek salads too. That and sweet tomatoes are my two favorites.
I love sweet tomatoes too.
I used to get their Greek salad every single day. What I would do when I was in high school is I'd go over to like I'd leave for lunch, and although like I literally couldn't ever leave for lunch because like when you at my high school you had to be 18 to sign yourself out, but I would have mom or dad call every single day, literally every single day, to let me out so I could go get my Greek salad with buffalo chicken on top. It was so good. And I get that with a lemon polar seltzer. So delectable. But yeah, that has really good pizza too. But we just kind of like we got pizza that night and we got home and like Peyton had fallen asleep on the couch and then Brooks and Lexi were in the kitchen and then Mac was where was Mac?
He was napping too.
He was napping too, yeah. So we were the only people that were left. Everyone had gone home too. So we were
Yeah.
the only people left and we ate our pizza and then
Oh my God. Speaking of, we were the only people left because Jess and Brent, everyone left on the 4th, and this was the day of the 4th, the day that we got the pizza. Jess and Brent got picked up by a car service to bring them to the airport. I realized right before the party, this was like an hour after they had got picked up, I'm like, oh my God, Jessica has my car keys in her purse. Remember that?
yeah.
And I start
How'd you ever get
freaking
them
out.
back?
Well, I start freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, she has my keys in her purse. Like, how am I going to get those back? So I call her and she was like, I could have the driver pull off somewhere and we could leave your keys and then you could just go pick them up, which is like what I was going to have to do. But instead, because everything was closed because it was the 4th, Jess had given my keys back to the guy who drove them to the airport because it was like a car service from the Cape. So he had to come back to the Cape eventually. And he ended up leaving them in our mailbox that night.
Oh, so
At
nice.
like 11:30 at night, he ended up getting back to the Cape and he left them in the mailbox. And I woke up and he had texted me and said he left them.
Oh, good.
Imagine I didn't remember that and she had my keys and she was in Nashville.
That'd be so bad. Well, she
She
could
would
just
have had to
overnight them,
overnight them, but it was
oh
so
my God, I know.
crazy. And then for the rest of the week, we kind of just like hung out and I went to the beach one day, but we spent a lot of time like by the pool. And then I think one of my favorite nights was the night that we went to Gina's.
So that was our last night. What did we do during the day that day? Oh, I went to Pilates that morning. Oh my goodness, I went to my favorite Pilates class on the Cape. It was so nice to go back. And then after that, I dropped Peyton off at the gym. He was working out at the gym at my middle school, and then he went to go lift at my friend's gym, so I like dropped him off. And then we went to the pool in the back of our house, and was this day?
Yeah, and then Lexi and I went to the beach with Mac.
Oh yeah, and then you and Lexi went to the beach with Mac, and I waited for Peyton and Brooks to get to the house so that we could pick up like sandwiches and stuff for you guys. But then by the time like they got to the house and the sandwiches would have taken 35 minutes, you guys ended up picking up the sandwiches and coming back to sit by the pool. And then we all just kind of like sit by the pool.
And then we got ready, went to Gina's.
Yeah, and we got ready and went to Gina's. But the best thing about being on the Cape is like after a day of being in the sun, you can just, instead of like getting ready for dinner, we literally went, like my hair was wet when I got ready for dinner and I barely put like any makeup on or I didn't put any on actually at all. I just did skincare. And then I threw on like linen pants and a tank top and flip flops and called it a night. And we just like went to dinner and we just got to like sit at the big table. We sat at the big table in the like main dining room, I guess you would say. The long one, and we just got to like hang out and talk and like kind of just like what's the word, share our peek and pits of the whole entire trip. No, but we like got to talk about all like the highlights of the trip that we had with everybody. And
Yeah.
I
Because
don't
you
know, I
guys
just
were
love our like
leaving
little
that
group.
night.
Yeah, we were driving back to Boston the second we left dinner. We went back home, grabbed our luggage, and then we drove back to Boston because I had to drop Peyton off at like the airport in the morning because he was flying out to Vegas because of NBA like summer league or whatever. He had to go out there, and then I had to go home and like unpack both of our bags, do laundry Friday and Saturday, and then I flew out to meet him in LA on Sunday. So I had to get home fast.
I know. And then
But
we
I think that
stayed
Gina's was so
for
fun.
2 days. And
Yeah, and then you guys got to stay.
Mac, and Brooks went to Lighthouse the next morning. We got coffee and like pastries. And then we dropped Brooks off at the airport. And we went back home. And I was like, I had like a weird sunburn, which like I don't
Oh
even know how I
yeah.
got it because like I wore sunscreen the whole time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't do another day at the beach. So him and I ended up getting like dressed and we went to Anejo in Hyannis for lunch. And we sat outside.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and I got the fish tacos, like the mahi mahi tacos, and a blood orange margarita. And we sat outside underneath the tree. It was so nice.
I have been craving a really yummy like drink. Like I've been craving like either like a mango
Go to
drink
Nobu. You're
or
in
like so we're
California.
going tomorrow. We're gonna go to Nobu Malibu tomorrow with okay, we're staying with like Peyton's teammate right now, at his house in LA. So like we're gonna go me, him, and like his teammate and his teammate's girlfriend as like a little double date
Wait, that's going to be
tomorrow.
so fun.
It's gonna be so fun. So I'm like really excited to get a little martini and like chill.
Yeah. Oh my God, you have to send me pictures because, like, Nobu Malibu is probably one of my favorite restaurants.
I know, me too. Wait, let me look at my calendar. Tomorrow morning I'm going to, yeah, tomorrow's I'm chilling, but I'm going to Forma Pilates in the morning, which I'm so excited to go.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna sit outside and tan because I just got a ton of new, got a house delivery of um some new bikinis from Frankie's Bikinis. Francesca dropped off a ton of bikinis for me. So I'm gonna pick out a new one and just like lay by the pool tomorrow and
Wait, I
relax.
love that.
I know, I'm so excited. And then obviously Nobu.
That's going to be such a good day.
I think Nobu.
But it's your first time going to formal Pilates in
Yeah, in
person, right?
person. Because I've only ever done online, but I haven't been in person.
So when you go in person, I do the online classes and I know that they have classes you can do on the reformer and then they also have mat classes. So when you go in person, do you get to choose reformer or mat or is it all reformer?
I literally don't know. It's the weirdest thing. So form of Pilates, you have to technically you can't go unless you like it's like invite only. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know how to explain it, but when you book a class, you know how okay, it's like they send you like this certain link to download this certain app to then download the app that has formal classes. So it's like really weird. So when you go on to book a class, you pick whatever day and then it says like duet session, semi-private, like you get to choose and it's like all the times and stuff like that. So I think like when you get there, you kind of just like, I don't know. I've never been, so we're just gonna see. And when you like book a class, they like text you the address.
Wait, that's really funny. I'm
I
excited to
know.
hear about it. Um, are you going to go to Hot Pilates?
Oh, yes, I'm gonna do that. I've been waiting to go back into working out because I obviously have been feeling kind of under the weather and I didn't want to like be like in a pose where my nose is like dripping when I'm like
Yeah,
upside down in like a hot Pilates or if I'm like on the reformer and I'm like on all fours with like my leg in like the strap like doing something crazy like in my nose and I'm like wiping my nose like I don't want to just that's like so annoying to
I
me, you
know.
know? So I like have just been sitting in the sauna here waiting till like I feel better, which today I'm gonna sit in the sauna again. So I'm hoping I feel good tomorrow morning. And then I'm gonna go tomorrow morning.
I think you'll feel better because you've had like a
Yeah,
lot of time to rest. And then for the rest of
I
today, you
know.
can still rest.
Rest.
I feel the same way. I was so tired. And this morning, I was supposed to have a workout with Mike, the trainer. Me and Lexi were supposed to go
Yeah.
at 11, but we had the podcast recording at 12. And I didn't know that. I had thought that it was at 1 o'clock, last night, but I never texted Lexi and Mike to be like, I'm not going to be there. It's only Lexi. And my alarm went off this morning at like 7:30, and I just turned it off because I was like, I need to get more sleep. I'm just going to wake up and I'll have to tell them like once I wake up. I ended up waking up at like 9:30 because I needed to let myself sleep. I slept last night for like 10 hours. And Mike had texted us and been like, said that he couldn't train today because his client that he thought was going to cancel didn't end up canceling. So we didn't even have the workout anyway. But I was like, I was so tired that after just being away and having such a crazy week that I just wanted to rest too because I don't want to end up getting sick.
So this happened to me on Saturday where it was like I just needed to sleep and I was like I laid down on the couch. I'm not really a napper. Like I can't really nap. My body was shutting down to the point where like I couldn't keep my eyes open, which doesn't happen to me. There was so much laundry on my bed. So I laid down on the couch to just try to like nap and I like couldn't even fall asleep because I feel like there's just like a lot going on at my apartment that day. So I just like couldn't really relax. And I think like since I did not sleep and then I was up all night packing and back and forth because like Payton, all like the flights for Payton were just like from LA, no, not LA, from Vegas to LA were just not like available anymore. So I was like helping him try to find a flight and finally I found him one at like 3 a.m. for him to leave Vegas at 6 a.m. So he had to like book that and it was just like the most hectic thing. So I didn't fall asleep until like I said 3, but I had to be up at 5:45 to leave for the airport. So I barely slept that night. And then Sunday I got here and I was just like started to feel kind of sick. I slept on the plane though, which was nice. But then when I got here, we went to bed at 7:30. I went to bed at 7:30 p.m. when I got here and then woke up at like I want to say 7 in the morning. So I slept for a full 12 hours. And then last night I went to bed at 8. Well, I woke up at 3:30 today. Um, just because like when you wake up in the middle of the night when you're on your period and you just like wake up and you're like, oh my God. So I just woke up at 3 and then I went back to bed and I woke up at 6:30 because Peyton was up for his workouts for the day and stuff. And then I've been up since then, just kind of like answering because everyone is on basically East Coast time for work. So everyone was already up before me. And it was 9 for you guys. So I was like already getting like my phone was blowing up. And I needed to catch up at 6:30 in the morning. I was like, holy moly. But it's okay. We're here now. I'm just like waiting until I can like go get breakfast. I'm starving right now.
I know. What time is it there?
It's 10:30, but I've been
Oh.
up since 6:30.
Shoot. Oh my God.
Hey guys, it's Emma again, back with a quick word from our sponsors today at EOS.
Guys, it's time to raise a glass to another summer season of hydrated, delicious lips. Straight from the EOS Flavor Lab Sunset Sips collection comes 6 new lip balm flavors: wild cherry slushy, pink lemonade, vanilla frappe, melon mai tai, guava berry punch, and island coconut. They are seriously so delicious. I want them to become drinks, like immediately. Where do I even begin? Well, for Emma, I know that she loves the vanilla frappe flavor.
That's true, I love that. I feel like I'm sipping on a delicious latte with that one.
And for me, I'm obsessed with the melon mai tai and guava berry punch because I feel like I'm kicking back at a happy hour with a cute drink in my hand.
With soothing shea butter, weightless coconut oil, and protective antioxidants, you can look and feel amazing when wearing these lip balms.
Grab your favorite flavor combos at Walmart, Target, Ulta, Amazon, or online at evolutionismooth.com. Now back to the show. Oh my God, I have like a lot to do too because, okay, so yesterday I texted my landlord or like the people who run the property management for my house, and I texted them and I asked about renewing the lease
Yeah.
because obviously it's like getting time to renew.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is, but I always like look at Zillow because I just like to see like what's out there. I'm
Yeah.
always looking.
I sit on Zillow too.
I love houses. I love like interior design and stuff like that. So I was looking and this house is for rent that I love. Like I love this house. Okay, Emma, this house was for sale back in 2020, I think, when I like really wanted to buy
Yeah, we toured it.
something, and we ended up touring it and going to the open house. And then I was like, you know what? I just feel like I'm too young, like I'm not ready to buy. But I had loved the house ever since. And then a year later, the person who had bought it was renting it. And I was like, oh my God, this is perfect. Like I can just rent it. And then somebody else ended up getting the house. And
No.
yeah, because I had applied to tour it. And I remember I was like, I think I was away on a trip, and they said that I couldn't go tour it because somebody had already put in their application and they accepted it. So I didn't end up being able to tour it, but it's on Zillow again. And I just saw it today. And the guy hasn't answered yet if I am able to renew the lease here or not. So I was kind of nervous because I was like, I don't know if the people who own the house that I live at are going to want to sell it or if they're going to want to rent it for another year, because it's really like not up to me. And
Yeah,
I'm like in the
true.
position where I'm like, I want to figure out like if we're going to be moving or if we're going to be staying here, because if we're going to be staying, I want to like clearly, as you can see, my office is a mess. I want to like redo my office, get a new desk, stuff like that, and just like get things organized and have like an office space, because I just got a new desktop computer and I want to have like a space where I can come and work on my brands and do the podcasts and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess I just have to wait now to hear back to see like if they want to renew the lease. And then I do want to go and visit the other apartment because I haven't been there in like 3 years. Well, the other house.
Yeah, and like what if like the people who bought it did something different to it?
I know. I love that location.
I know. Well, if it doesn't work out, you can always move to the suburbs with Peyton and
I
I.
know. I thought of that
Because
too.
I haven't talked about this yet on anything, but we are moving at the end of this month to a house. We got a house in the suburbs, and I'm really excited to be in a home with a yard. We have a backyard that's fully fenced in for the dog. So Cleo's going to be so happy to be in a yard, and I'm excited to be in a house with like a lot of space.
Yeah, I'm excited for you too. That's going to be so nice. And it's going to be fun to like
Yeah.
go over to your house for dinner.
I know it's going to be so fun to
And, like,
just
go
park in
hang
the
out.
driveway.
I know, and not have to like worry about being in the city. Like you're going to have no traffic. You can just get in your car and like go to the grocery store, pick up a coffee.
I can I can park at a parking lot to go to the grocery store. Like I don't have to like be in the city, and like I don't have to hear the hustle and bustle of the city and see people when I leave every day.
But I'm excited
And
for
then
you guys.
we're gonna put like a sauna in our garage, and like we're gonna turn our garage into like or put like treadmill in there and
Perfect.
all that type of stuff. And I want to like it's heated too. Our garage is heated, which is nice.
Oh my God, that's so nice. So you can do like yoga.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, you guys, so I guess that concludes part 2 of just the engagement and Cape and just life updates as of lately. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. And again, if you didn't hear part 1, go back and listen to part 1 and let us know on the Love You Bye Instagram what types of episodes you guys want to hear from us, because we have been doing a lot of solo episodes, just Em and I talking and catching up and filling you guys in on life just like more casually. But if there's anything you guys want to hear specifically or any guests you guys want on the show, let us know and leave your feedback on the Instagram, which is just Love You Bye Pod. And also you guys can listen to the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your shows. Don't forget to subscribe and then follow us on our personal socials, Emma McDonald, Maggie McDonald, and everything will be down below in the show notes. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Love ya.
Bye.
Bye.